रोज मैं शेयर करूं या कोई कर रहा है? मैं करता हूँ।
Hare Krishna, welcome to Morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Kaustubha Krishna Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. Bhakta Rameshwar Nayak Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada quote. Then Bhaktin Shreha Barkul Mataji will be reciting the slokas. Welcome to everyone. Once again, Hare Krishna. Rameshwar Nayak Prabhuji, you may read.
Hare Krishna. Just hold on, progress. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandvat Pranam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. His Grace Shiksha Guru Vilas Prabhu ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Rand ki Jai. Namamrita. The only method of controlling the agitated senses is to chant and hear the holy name of the Lord. The human form of life is meant for God realization. But this process, which begins with Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnuham, hearing and chanting of the holy name of the Lord, is disturbed as long as our senses are materially attracted. Therefore, devotional service means purifying the senses. In the conditioned state of our senses are covered by the material sense gratification. And as long as one is not trained in purifying the senses, one cannot become a devotee. In our Krishna consciousness movement, therefore, we advise from the very beginning that one restrict the activities of the senses, especially the tongue, which is described by the Srila Bhakti the Thakur as most greedy and unconquerable. To stop this attraction of the tongue, one is authoritatively advised not to accept meat or similar uneatable things, nor to allow the tongue to hanker to drink or smoke. Even the drinking of the tea and coffee is not permitted. Similarly, the genitals must be restricted from illicit sex. Without such restraints of the senses, one cannot make advancement in Krishna consciousness. The only method of controlling the senses is to chant and hear the holy name of the Lord. Otherwise, one will always be disturbed. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.40. Srila Prabhupada quote, 7th April. When I eat meat, mamsa, it means this animal will also eat me again. You cannot escape this life for life. That is the law of everywhere. If you have murdered somebody, you must be killed also. You can escape the so-called state of loss, but you cannot escape the loss of the material nature. Vrindavana, April 7th, 1976. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all. Bhagavad Gita 7.29. Jara Marana Mokshaya Mam Ashritya Yatanti Ye Te Brahma Tadvidhu Krishnam Adhyatam Karma Chakhilam. Translation. Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.8.61. Viraktaschendriya rato bhakti yogena bhuyasa tam nirantar bhavena bhajetada muktaye. Translation. If one is very serious about liberation, he must stick to the process of transcendental loving service, engaging 24 hours a day in the highest stage of ecstasy. And he must certainly be aloof from all activities of sense gratification. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela 4.29. Kena annamagi khaya keha dugdhara aya chaka jana ami diyeta ahara. Translation. In this village, a person can beg food from others and thus eat. Some people drink only milk. And if a person does not ask anyone for food, I supply him all his eatables. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari ki jai, Lalita Sakhi Vishakha ki jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Morning Japa program की जय, अमृत वाणी की जय, समस्त भक्त वृंद की जय. Out of 84 lakh species of life, human life is only 4 lakhs. And in those 4 lakhs, it is only the humans who know why they are, or they are inquisitive as to why they have come here. And they know about the Lord. They speak about the God. And also our scriptures, they prescribe as to what should be the ultimate aim of the person. That is to be in the devotional service, so that ultimately he gets rid of the cycle of birth, death, old age and disease. Because this earth is considered to be dukhalaya. It's like a jail where we are suffering and suffering and suffering. It is said in Bhagavad Gita, Apuryamanam achala pratishtham samandram apa pravishanti yadvat tadvad kamayam pravishanti sarve sashantim apnoti na kama kami. We should be like a ocean in which there are so many rivers filling it, but still it is calm and quiet doesn't overflow the banks. Similarly, we should have the control on our senses so that if we get attached to the material things, then we will not be able to get the Lord, or we will not be able to come in the devotional service. Even Arjuna, he said, the mind is very chanchal. It is very difficult to control the mind. He can control the wind, but he cannot control the mind. So Lord Krishna advised him that by determination and detachment, you can control the mind. But here again, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says that we have to keep the control on the tongue also, because tongue is very greedy. It wants to have tasty materials. So we should avoid we should observe the four regulative principles, what we have been advised by our Guru Maharaj, that no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. So we should avoid eating meat. We should even avoid eating onion and garlic, as well as avoid drinks, including tea and coffee. Then alone, we will be able to control our tongue. And by doing so, and by always remembering the Lord, Satatam Kirtayanto Ma. So, and always chanting the name of the Lord, and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which has been given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is the only way to be in Krishna consciousness and to be in Kali Yuga. It is the only way. So we should keep on always chanting, keep away, follow four regulative principles. But then the chanting has to be offenseless. We should keep on chanting offenselessly, so that ultimately we achieve the goal of going back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Next. As per the law of the nature, it is said that Prabhupada says that as per the law of the nature, life for life. So whatever sins we commit, knowingly or unknowingly, we got to suffer for that. We cannot hide anything, any known or unknown sins which we commit. Yamaraj is there, and Supreme Lord is there, who is sitting in our heart. He knows that whatever we do, we have to suffer for that. Dhritarashtra had to suffer being blind and seeing his children being killed after 50 births. So sins are like that. They will find. Suppose there is a group of cows maybe there, and you leave the calf. The calf will go and find his own mother. Similarly, the sinful reaction will always find the person who has committed the sin, wherever he may hide. So we should always keep on chanting to get rid of these sinful reactions and follow the rules of nature and the law as per given in the scriptures. Hare Krishna. Next. intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me. That is what Lord Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, that those people who are wanting to have liberation from this earth and from the cycle of birth and death, they go to the Krishna consciousness, take to the devotional service, and they become Brahman because they entirely know everything about me. Even Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, Janma karma cha me divyam evam jo veti tatvata. Only those people who know about my appearance and activities, they don't take the birth again. So we should always remember the Lord and not go for any material attachments. Hare Krishna. Next. Here Narad Muni continues to advise Dhruv Maharaj about the devotional service and how to engage oneself 24 hours in a day in the highest stage of ecstasy. And he must certainly be aloof from. So we should always be away from the material entanglement, material attachments, and we should always keep on chanting, keeping our mind concentrated on the lotus feet of the Lord. Hare Krishna. So here again, the Lord who had come, brought the kheer for Magrentar Puri, is telling him that in this village, a person can beg food from others and thus eat. Some people drink only milk, but if a person does not ask anyone for food, then I supply to him. That is God. Well, Lord, he says that he brings the food and the eatables for a person who does not go for begging. Since you are sitting at one place without going for begging and still you are hungry, so I have brought this kheer for you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.